Cadman speak to it, but I would have liked to address it because we get into these motions that are a dog's breakfast of different intentions and different motions, and it makes the situation so muddy that nobody actually knows at the end of the day what the motion attempts to do. Here's a very clear motion which you can agree with or you can disagree with on the rental housing stock in the City of Vancouver. Here's another separate, also fairly clear motion. We should have had notice. It should go over for 2 weeks. We should deal with it properly in a good governance way, which deals with whether or not this council likes the HSP. Two quite separate things. And now they're all piled together in some kind of messy format where I think we've got my A and my B, and I think we've probably got, and we've got my whereases, which all deal with rental housing. And then all of a sudden we throw on that a C, demanding us to abandon the harmonized sales tax, and a D, some kind of motion for the UBCM. Now what kind of dog's breakfast of a motion is that ending up with? Why don't we, or not, the motion should be amended in the way that your worship has proposed?
No.
The rule in the context that we're talking about. Councillor Cadman's motion.
Councillors.
We actually haven't voted on the amendment yet.
No, we're debating the amendment. My ruling was that Councillor Cadman's motion is germane to the original motion that you put on notice, and therefore the strike and replace stands as amended by Councillor Woodsworth.
Not a strike and replace, an addition of two motions.
No, it didn't fit, as you said. That is a dog's breakfast, and there's duplication.
I thought you earlier, your worship, ordered that his two motions would be tacked onto the bottom of mine. Was that not your ruling?
No, I was seeking more clarification, and Councillor Cadman outlined that that would create duplication and confusion, whereas the language in his motion is obviously encompasses what.
In fact, that makes my motion completely. So my motion is gone. These 2 points are gone then.
Well, they're not gone if the HST is what is rescinded or not implemented by the province.
Okay, so you can't amend whereases. So we've got my 5 whereases. And then we've got...
Do you want to... It's a strike and replace.
Okay, so we've got...
Councillor Cadman's motion as amended by Councillor Woodsworth to...
So the issue is whether or not my motion should be amended by the strike and replace. We have to vote on whether or not it can be amended. So before we vote on the motion, we need to vote on whether or not it can be amended.
No, I ruled that we are now debating the motion as amended.
But we need to have
the amendment.
We need to do the amendment first. We're on the amendment.
We are on the amendment, yeah.
Yeah, we're on the amendment too. So then we have to decide, perhaps I can look to the clerk for help. Then we have to decide whether or not we, as a council, agree with the amendment.